so I let you read the comments.
Yeah, sorry, I was a
Thank you.
bit long.
No, it's fine. Thank you, Ali. Next speaker is Akash Jawal from India, who speak about urban soundscape in Delhi. Akash, are you with
Yeah.
us?
Hi, Arun. I'm here.
Hello.
Can you hear
Akash,
me?
I can hear you. I can see you. If you just can share your screen, then it would be perfect.
So actually, I prepared a poster, so I don't have a presentation. So I'm going to share the poster
Okay.
in and will try to describe it. Share.
Okay, and so you explain your poster like this? Yes? Okay. You can put in full screen, maybe Control L plus L.
Yeah, I think I can do it on the screen. Read more. Is
Okay,
it okay?
good. Yes. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Akash Jaiswal, and I am doing PhD from Jawaharlal Nehru University in Delhi, where in which I'm trying to study acoustic activity of birds in different conditions and different sites in Delhi's forested areas. So in here I am presenting chunk of my study where I have compared the different acoustic index for the different sites we selected in Delhi. So my study title is an eco-acoustic study of urban forest landscape of National Capital Region of Delhi. Ecoacoustics is now very efficient tool, has been considered to be very efficient tool to monitor habitats and its biodiversity in terms of the uh, uh, diversity of the vocalizing species in those habitats. And it's a very novel approach which actually very cost effective, and it helps reducing the potential impacts of observers on animals activity during the conventional surveys, and it also allows you to do sampling of larger areas for longer duration of time. So we yeah, in this present study I investigated how do particular acoustic index vary over uh, daily time, daily hourly variation across all the different sites and different habitats, and how they actually differ in uh, locations which are actually much more exposed to anthropogenic noise like traffic noise, and so we selected acoustic complexity index and normalized different soundscape index uh, for our study. So my study area is in Delhi. Mostly, we selected 5 sites in southern parts of Delhi. Delhi's forest landscape is uh, quite big, and most of the forest cover is in the southern part of Delhi region. So I selected 5 different sites. One is our university forest, university forest inside the university campus. The second is a city forest, which is managed by the Delhi Development Authority. And third is a biodiversity park, which is quite young forest because it has been restored just 12 years ago. The restoration process has been done, and the biodiversity park has much more much more diversity of trees and mainly the native trees of the Aravali habitat. Aravali habitat is actually the native habitat of uh, Delhi's forest cover, which actually is the terminal part of Aravali mountain range, which extend from Rajasthan and end up in Delhi. So the third site we selected a wildlife sanctuary, and the fourth site we selected uh, Sacred Grove Forest, which is 700 old forest with native trees, which is uh, quite pristine, and there is very less anthropogenic disturbances or noise in those areas. So on this basis, we selected these five sites, and at each five sites we deployed three recorders, Swift recorders, which I'm very thankful for Cornell Lab of Ornithology to provide the equipment. So the Swift recorders, three Swift recorders, we deployed in all the sites in a manner that the one recorder was much closer to road, and all the recorders which are closer to road were nearly 100 meters from road, and the other two recorders are deployed in the deeper forest areas, and we maintain a distance more than 300 meter the recorders between the recorders. So we recorded sound 24-hour continuous soundscape in during the month of April, May, and June in 2019, and at each site simultaneously three recorders for 5 days. 5 days we simultaneously recorded for 5 days. So for the analysis, we used the analysis program.exe, the software that PowerShell or R-based program written and developed by the Queensland University of Technology's the Ecoacoustic Research Group. So we uh, 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 I I generated for visualization. I generated from through the software all the 24 hours false color spectrogram for all the sites for all 5 days, and which for this poster presentation I'm using the false color spectrogram, which uses ACI and event and entropy as the three indices to calculate the spectrogram. So after visualization, we so the uh, program actually generates all the indices, acoustic indices summary, which we can I get from the Excel sheets, and then we calculated the temporal valuation in the three indices: the acoustic complexity index and acoustic complexity index, the normalized difference soundscape, and background. We take background noise as representative of the anthropogenic noise condition at the different sites. So the temporal variation, we we pulled across 5. We pulled the values across 5 days by mean, and we plotted.
It's
And
fine. We can see it, Akash. Do not zoom in.
so you can see it properly.
Yeah. Yes. It's okay.
So
You have 1 minute left. Huh?
oh, sorry. So this is the this one is the background noise condition, which is quite visible that the recorders which were closer to road had much more higher background noise level, and the difference in the all the three locations were very significant different. And later in the you can see this one. So ACI values, the variation in ACI values was the temporal variation in ACI values were quite not uh, different for the three different locations at each site, while the NDSI values clearly reveal that the soundscape, the sound soundscape which were much uh, uh, in the pristine areas had much more higher and normalized different soundscape values, and you can see in the plot that the location at each site which were much more inside the deeper in the forest has the higher soundscape values, and the closer to the road has lower sound values. So we compared it through the box plot, and we can see the differences in all both the indices. So however, the variation is quite uh, uh, clear in the NDSI and ACI and background noise, while the ACI doesn't show much difference in the box plot, but the test suggested that all these sites and among different locations has actually a significant difference between the values, which is I assume that because lots number of recordings, lots of numbers of recordings, 1 minute resolution at 1 minute resolution.
Akash, can you try to conclude, please?
Okay, so we also tried to correlate the mean values of the indices with distance from road, distance from buildings, and DVI as a vegetation cover, proxy for vegetation cover. And we for vegetation structure, we Harlet's gray level occurrence matrix, co-occurrence matrix, we used as a proxy for vegetation structure at different sites, all the 15 sites. So in the correlation, we found only that the NDSI values only shows a different significant correlation with the background noise, the distance from road and distance from building. However, the ACI values was not correlated with all these parameters at all. So, so I conclude that the NDSI is much more significant in terms of if we want to describe a soundscape in relative terms of anthropogeny and the biophony ratio, and ACI for further we need to investigate the correlation of these acoustic complexity index and other indices with species richness found in the audio files, which is further has to be investigated.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, Akash, we do not have time for questions because I extended a bit your time. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
So we move on the next speaker, who is Manon Ducrotet, and she will talk about toucans in South America. Akash, can you stop sharing your screen, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
The